Almasa Salihovic. She is the spokesperson of the Srebrenica Memorial Center. Thank you so much for being with us. Can you tell us where this actually takes the case against those Serbian militias now?
Thank you very much for having me. These papers that we revealed to the public today, symbolically on the Independence Day of Bosnia and Herzegovina on the 1st March, is actually basically more a historical document at this point. These same documents were used as well in the Tribunal of Hague for the people who are already convicted there, such as Radovan Karadzic, Ratko Mladic, and others. So these papers already were available for the public, but they were not accessible because their format was not readable so much for the audience. So that's why we actually made those transcripts readable for the audience. So in this context, we use it. We see it now not more like a legal document, but rather like a historical document, because these documents and papers were already used against Radovan Karadzic, Ratko Mladic, and all those who planned genocide in Srebrenica and in other towns of Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Right. So how then indisputable really is the proof in the genocide papers? Did it make survivors like yourself actually feel that your testimony has been entirely vindicated?
You have like 59 sessions of the so-called Assembly of the Serbian people in Bosnia and Herzegovina. So you have 59 documents, over 3,000 pages, and most of them say they talk about planning of the genocide in Srebrenica, of one nation killing the other nation, of exterminating the one people from these areas. As a survivor, I believe that this document is extremely important to be out for the public, because we, in my own opinion, I believe that when younger generations, students, researchers who wish to read and be objective on this matter, I will feel. Let's say I will feel very much relieved when I find people of my own age who are Serbian, who deny genocide, who deny ever happening this to us, when they see these papers as they are actually, which are not invented or anything. These are the right words of their own leaders at that time. So in my own opinion, I see that these papers are very, very much of the greatest importance for the public.
Right. I mean, you said you feel relief, but let me ask you on the wider scale here, how much further do Serbia and Bosnia-Herzegovina really have to go before there's actual closure on the events of the early 90s? Go ahead.
Unfortunately, we still do not have a law that we want to impose a law against genocide denialism. And until we have that, we will still have leaders of Serbia, leaders of Republika Srpska still denying genocide, and it is not going to be over soon. So we do not have a will of the Serbian politicians in Serbia or in Republika Srpska to, let's say, put a stop to this. And we will have a stop to this only when they recognize that it was a genocide, and then from that point on we can live on together and learn from these not mistakes, from these planned actions of killing one nation, let's say, and make this area totally cleansed from one nation. So until we have this moment when Serbian politicians and politicians from Republika Srpska, when they stop denying genocide, and when at that point, I believe that people in Republika Srpska and common people in Serbia will also, we will have something to talk about for the future.
Okay, Almasa Salihovic, thank you so much for being with us. We appreciate it.